Good evening, folks. We are here at Phelps Field. Your Warriors are going up against the Millard North Mustangs here tonight on homecoming. Warriors with black jerseys along with the white bottoms. My name is Jaden Taylor. Alongside me tonight, Kade Martin. Kade, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
That's been good.
Yeah, excited to see some good football.
Yeah, it's a really good night here. We thought it might be a little chilly with some wind in the forecast, but it's been a really good game, really good night here for some football. We're going to start it off, with a recap of last week. Payton with an amazing week last week, 10 for 12 with 150 plus yards last week. Just an amazing outing. And then going up against Millard North, Jimmy Quintains, a lot of a mixed rotation, a lot of motion that you see on their offense, a lot of a breakback style, a lot of wishbone style offense. That's what you're going to see a lot tonight. We're going to get to the recap of last week. We started at Millard Papio South going up against Westside. We saw this 2 weeks ago. We have been back since the Papio game. Westside going against Papio South, 49-17 win 2 weeks ago. 260 passing yards for the Warriors, with Papio South only to 199. Then we have 4 passing touchdowns for the Warriors. 2 interceptions by Payton, not what you usually like to see, not usually a setup there. Then we had the next week after that, we had Grand Island going up against the Warriors. Warriors headed down to Grand Island at Memorial Field. Been a great back and forth on that game. Warriors blew that one out, 42-0. All points scored in the first half. With that 35-point cushion, Warriors were able to keep everything set up for that second half with a 42-0 win. And it's been a great game, going to be a great game here. Number 10, Millard North going up against Westside. And Kate, what are you seeing from this matchup?
Millard North might struggle in this game. As you said, they focus on running pretty much. And last week they attempted 4 passes only, which is not something you see often, and they only completed 1. Their quarterback, Quinton, he had 40 carries for 260 yards. So if the Warriors are able to stop him and their other 2 running backs, number 5, Tyson Jank, and number 33, Jason Cox, this will be an easy win for Westside.
Yeah, it'll be like that for, Westside's really going to want to get good in this game because that's what they're going to see in Week 8 going up against Aquinas. St. Thomas Aquinas, the number 1 ranked team in 5A in Kansas right now. They're a really good team, and they work that flex bone package like Millard North does. But we saw Millard North 2 weeks ago up against Lincoln East, able to get their first win of the season up against a pretty good team in Lincoln East. And with that win, 525 total rushing yards, and they live by the run. They don't pass the ball much. They might give a little bit of a slant or a little bit of a fade. And I think that's what they're going to need to do to be able to win this game. So we see after the last couple of weeks, the setups that we had for the rankings, Westside is still at the top of the charts. Bell West moved up to number 2. Then Millard South at the number 3. Elkhorn South at 4. Lincoln Southeast, this is an interesting team that you're going to want to see moving back and forth. A little bit of some big wins. They had a barely won up against Lincoln East 2 weeks ago at Seacrest. And, that's always a hostile area on both sides. But Lincoln Southeast, one of the only undefeated teams this season, haven't done it against some great competition, but they're really to put something on their name this year. Next up, we had Creighton Prep taking down Millard West last week, 29 points in the fourth quarter to take down Millard West. That game was here with Creighton Prep unable to play at their normal stadium. Then we had Gretna, another 4-0 team this season. They're also looking to put some respect on their name. They're going up against Scott at Scott Catholic tonight. Scott, one of the best, if not the best, Class B team so far in the last couple of years. Then we have this team right here, Millard North, 1-3, easily the toughest schedule of the year. They played 4 top 10 teams in their 4 games, in their 5 games, including tonight. And I'm not sure you can see a 1-3 team have a better schedule, but they really want to get back on track with the win tonight. With that, then they had North Platte, another undefeated team here, 4-0, has not had a good competition so far this year, but they really dominated the teams that they have faced. They've really done the job, and they really needed to do the things they need to do, get in the top 10. So another thing that you want to see here, especially when these games, is that the reconstruction of the playoff schedule this year. 24 teams this year, go all 24 teams with OPS dropping out. That leaves the 2014 Class A teams, and all 24 teams will make the playoffs. However, those top 8 teams, so all those teams that are right around that 8 spot, Creighton Prep, Miller West, Gretna, North Platte, all those teams that are hovering around there, these games are going to be crucial for them to win and get a lot of NSAA points. Top 8 teams do get that bye to start off the year. So, here at Phelps Field, Westside, Millard North, right after this. Good evening, folks. Excuse me, set up there. Good evening, folks. We are here at Westside High School. Your Warriors are going up against the Millard North Mustangs. It's going to be a great matchup here at this game out at Phelps Field. We're going to see the 2020 season stats for both of these teams. Westside starting off the year with 182.6 passing yards per game. Millard North struggling on the passing part of the department. They need to do what? They need to bring some kind of passing to the table. Only 29.4% so far this year passing yards, but their rushing yards have been the factor for the game for that team, for them. Warriors really, Cole Payton has really brought this team together. 65.4% on his passing attempts so far this season, with a total of passing yards have helped him so far this season. Rushing yards have been a boost from last year, 242 yards a game, which has really helped him out, which was really helped out this team last year. We saw it in the championship game last year. It was a little bit of a struggle as the running game was not good up against Bellevue West. With Dominic Rizek as well as Raul Kalani, they've really strengthened the running game. That's what they're going to need to do here tonight up against Millard North. So now we're going to see the Warriors' key to success for tonight. Kade, what are you seeing in this matchup?
I mean, honestly, for the Warriors, just to get the win, it's just to have a good defense. Continue the ground game, yeah, and just linebacker alignments. That's one thing that the Warriors need to improve on a little bit. And just first quarter momentum. They're not very good in the first quarter, but after that, when they really get going, there's not very many teams that can stop the Warriors.
Yeah, the last few weeks have really been helping them out. First half momentum was a big thing in Grand Island. Then we saw up against Millard North. Millard North's key to success for the night, they're really going to need to have a strong offensive line. You know what they're going to need to do, a strong offensive line to be able to get that running game going. Then Quantaines is going to be able to have to be a dual threat. There's going to have to be some kind of passing ability for them here tonight. We'll be right back with the starting lineups here in just a little bit, right after this on Warrior Television. We're ready to kick this one off here at Westside High School, Phelps Field. Warriors, Mustangs, kickoff starting in just a little bit. Big keys to tonight, how Cole Payton's going to go through. We're seeing him a lot working at a safety position. He is on the safety depth chart for tonight, if needed in that second half. But the Warriors got to blow it open early if they want to see that happen later on. Warriors really need to get a good opening start here. 28 points in the first quarter up against Grand Island. 21 points within the first 4.5 minutes of that game. Started off with a long touchdown drive, just about 65 touchdown drive to start off the game. And Jack Wimmer with an interception gets it back just about the 5-yard line. Then Cole Payton would rush it in for a touchdown off the start. 2 back for the Warriors. Two back for the Warriors. Kobe Bretz and Avante Dickerson are back. White will kick it away for the Mustangs, and we're underway. To the corner. Avante will bring it out across the middle. Going to give it across the 30. Give it past the 2 defenders. Give it past another one. And will be taken down at about the 48-yard line. Avante Dickerson moving back and forth side to side. And the Warriors will start it out at their own 48. Great field position to start off this night.
I mean, if anything about the Warriors, if they just keep doing stuff like that, it's going to be a very long game for Millard North.
Yeah, we haven't seen that a lot this year. The special teams hasn't really been too much of a factor. We haven't seen the punt team much this year, which is probably a good thing. But Avante only had 2 actual returns last week against Grand Island, and one was only for about 15 yards, which is better than normal, but not what you want to see out of Avante. Looks like there might be a holding flag there. Cole Payton's going to get past the 40. He's going to get past the sideline, and we'll get down to about the 36. Most likely this one will be coming back. Could possibly see Bo Lucas at the center position on the hold. Maybe Will Hurtado on the outside at defensive end.
About on par with what you would expect for the Warriors. Starting off a little slow. Let's see if they're able to turn that around and get something in these first few minutes.
Yeah, I believe they call that one on Matthew Trimble. I don't quite see him on the field tonight, so it might have been Will Hurtado at the defensive end spot. Seen a lot of this 3-wide system. Surprised that Millard North doesn't have anybody back. Usually want to have some kind of spy on Cole Payton. Handoff. Going to go to Rezak out the outside. Get past one defender, and will get tripped up for a gain of about 5 yards.
Got a long way to go on this play. 2nd and 18.
Yeah, Warriors really need to get something going. They really want to. We saw that first half momentum in the last 2 games. Haven't seen it much in the first 3 games of the season. We're seeing a lot of 3-wide systems out. Avante Dickerson will motion to the right. And Cole Payton will take it himself on a QB draw. Going to get past one defender, get past another. Break another tackle, and he is gone. Cole Payton with a 62-yard touchdown.
I mean, really, are you surprised? Cole Payton, a huge threat on that on that run. I'm just as surprised as you are that he got through.
I mean, Cole Payton, what a play. Going to check that one, 61 yards for Cole Payton, and blows it open early. That's exactly what you want to see. That's that dual threat situation. That is so good for these Warriors. You're able to hand it off to a very smart guy in Dominic Rezak who's able to get the holes. And then when you have a guy like Cole Payton who can run it just as well as he can pass it, blow it open like that for 61 yards, and you start it off. Only 10:58 left to go. 1 minute and 2-second drive. I mean, you can't ask much more than that other than the first penalty call. Cole Payton so far this year, 6 rushing touchdowns, 347 rushing yards, 10 total TDs on the year, 3 interceptions so far this season. That's not where you see a lot from his mistakes.
I mean, if the Warriors are able to make plays like that consistently, I think Cole Payton's going to end his night at quarterback just before the second half starts.
Yeah, and that's been really interesting to see. I mean, you've seen him go in the safety slot. You've even seen him having a receiving touchdown this year out of the tight end spot. I know he's going to NDSU. They will have a lot of expectations for him, and especially as a freshman with a guy who has a really good situation going out of sophomore, could be the starting quarterback by his sophomore or junior year at NDSU, which is an amazing program, especially for who's brought in a lot of talent out of the Midwest. You want to see him getting a lot of spots on the special teams opportunities.
And just being able to be versatile, that's really what any coach wants to see at a college level.
Alvano will kick it away. He's got a boot. That one will go into the end zone. We'll run it back out to about the 18-yard line. Jonk on the run.
Alvano playing in his first varsity game, suffered an ACL tear last year on Westside's freshman team. So him being able to play is a big help to this football program as well as the soccer program, which is the main sport he plays as well.
I mean, a lot of soccer players on this team. You see Raul Kalani, who's a running back, has been in that situation. And we see the flexible offense run up the middle. Nothing working there. Gain of about 3 yards to start it off. Quarterback keeper from Quantaines and tackled by Raul Kalani. 10 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. It's a beautiful night for football. And we talked about earlier, I talked to Coach Freund, and we've seen a lot from this year. Millard North is a flex bone offense. You see that quarterback almost always under center. This team barely passes the ball. You'll see Quantaines under center, 2 wide out, wide to the right, and you'll see somewhat 2 wide receivers type tight ends out in the middle, and they're just trying to move it around, trying to get the running backs a lot of situations. A lot of pitches, a lot of motion. You're going to see Tyson Jonk running around all night in the motion. Mustangs unable to convert. Going to be 4th and 5. They're going to bring the punt team on. And a great 3-and-out to start off the game for the Warriors.
I mean, a little bit going back to that the non-factor with the Millard North passing game, they've had a total of 39 pass attempts in all 4 of their games total, and they've had a total of 113 rush attempts to counteract that. Fair caught by Dickerson at about the 45-yard line. Orioles will take it there, look to increase their lead.
Yeah, really good opportunity for the Warriors. I mean, they get great field position. Punt wasn't what they wanted to see from Millard North. And Cole Payton's going to look to bring it back out and get another touchdown or scoring opportunity. Looks like Westside might be calling a timeout to see what they need to do. And we're going to call a TV timeout on this side. They're going to take a minute, and so will we. And we'll be right back here on Warrior Television. Warriors. Cole Payton in the shotgun. Dominic Rizak behind him. 4 wide outside, 2 to the inner sideline, 2 out to the outside sideline. They're going to be at the outer line hash. Excuse me, going to be a run up the middle for a couple yards. Dominic Rizak going to be able to get up 2-3 yards. And he's been a big factor so far this year. 610 rushing yards on the year, as well as another 10 rushing touchdowns. We saw 8 of them in 2 different games. He's also been able to receive the ball out of the backfield a little bit. A lot of wheel routes, a lot of slants up the middle. And I think Dominic Rizek is really the piece the Warriors needed to become that true dual threat team that they weren't able to have as much last year. Cole Payton will drop back. He'll look out of the right. Put a bomb up for Avante Dickerson. And he'll make the catch. Avante Dickerson with the catch. What a play on the corner.
I mean, you come to expect that with the Warriors offense. Speaking of dual threat, being able to throw that pass about, what was it, about 50 yards for the touchdown total? It was an excellent throw and an excellent receive. Westside's just doing it all on offense right now.
It is good. 14-0 in favor of the Warriors. Having some technical difficulties with our scoreboard. We're going to get that updated when we can. Again, 14-0 in favor of the Warriors. 8:16 left to go here in the first quarter. And a great start for this team, exactly what you wanted. Cole Payton with a rushing touchdown as well as passing touchdown. And the Warriors are trying to blow it open early.
I mean, when I said earlier about Cole Payton possibly ending his day before the second half even starts, I'm kind of retracting my statement now. Maybe he might go out in the first quarter. I mean, shoot, they're 14-0 up within 4 minutes. It's a very good start for the Warriors. Minus the penalty call at the start of the game. That's pretty much all you could ask for a perfect start for Westside. Limiting the penalties and being able to capitalize on those mistakes. That's a big thing the Warriors need to improve on. And in this game, it really shows that they are trying to do that. Alano on the kick with a little squib. Millard North fumbles it, is able to recover it to about the 27-yard line. And looks like that'll be where they start their start their second drive of the game.
Yeah, Heiser on the return. Froshheiser on the return. Senior this year. Sorry, having some technical difficulties back and forth. Likely might be able to have to change some stuff up here. We're going to update you on Warrior Television or where you can watch this game. Might have to set some things down. Might have to go down for technical difficulties. Want to update you guys. Might have to put a second setup. Going to be a run up the middle. Looks like there might have been some movement up front. 1st and 10 for Millard North. Likely going to be moving it back. False start on Millard North. We're going to get that scoreboard updated, got set up back. And a lot of penalties to start it off. I mean, we saw the first start of the drive for the Warriors had a penalty. And now Millard North, same on the other side of the ball. Going to be 1st and 15 at their own 23. Millard North staying in that package. McMorris to the inner sideline. Jonk will pass it over. Booby a pass to the outside. And Morris unable to get a hold of it. And a D1 defensive back. Not exactly the guy you want to throw to start off the game, especially with a team that doesn't pass a lot. Avante Dickerson, Minnesota commit. Probably one of the best defensive backs in the state of Nebraska, if not the country. Second and 15. pass to the outside. Quan Saints. When Saints is going to get through, and we'll get about to the 30-yard line.
Seven yards on that carry.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot from these Millard North Mustangs, a lot of chewing the clock, a lot of long drives. And when you see, Westside going up 14-0 early, Millard North, to be able to get the momentum on their side, is going to have a long drive. Is going to have to drain the defense of the Warriors.
Millard North need to hurry to get the play off. Only 4 seconds left. Timeout called.
First timeout of the night for the Mustangs. 2 aside, 7:16 left to go here at Fells Field. We're going to take a break and get you back to more first quarter action. Millard North, 3rd and 8, trying to keep their drive alive. Going to be passed out to the outside and almost intercepted. Looked like that might have been Jack Wimmer on the outside. Excuse me, that's going to be number 15, Ty Kiefer, looking for the interception.
Millard North already has half of their pass attempts from their last week game. They had 4 total last week and completed 1.
Yeah, they went up against Lincoln East 2 weeks ago in their last game. And they're going to punt it away. Did not see a lot of that last couple nights for Millard North. We're going to punt it away once again. Avante Dickerson is going to have the fair catch. 7:06 left to go. The Warriors will start off their drive. And, this is exactly what you want to see for the Warriors. They're only halfway through this first quarter, and they're blowing it out. Looking for a blowout here, 21-0, could put the momentum way in the favor of the Warriors. That's not what you want to see from Millard North, especially something like that. They had a longer drive, but you really need to convert. Millard North, not a team that is always going to be able to pass the ball. It does not have a ton of options in passing. And this year they're really going to need to drive down the clock and be able to stop this Warriors offense. Seeing a lot of 3 linebacker core, not many people deep, a lot of man. Avante Dickerson will motion out of the right. Cole Payton looking up for another bomb. It's going to be Kobe Bretz on the outside. He's going to make the catch and be tripped up at around the 12-yard line. Cole Payton throwing dots here tonight. Another double-digit passing attempt and a reception. Bretz will come off the field. Looks like Anthony White will come back in for him, but what a play on the outside. Kobe Brett's able to go up to it and make the play.
Number 11, Noah Banganowski with the coverage to prevent that touchdown. I don't know how good it's going to be doing in the long run, but at the moment right now, Westside was stopped.
Cole Payton possibly looking for rushing touchdown, might give it off. He's going to keep it himself. Quarterback draw on the outside. He's going to make one defender miss, but he'll get tackled down by number 28, Hayden Froscheiser. Second and goal for the Warriors. Bunched up package. Avante Dickerson out to the outer sideline. Could possibly see Cole Payton taking himself or giving it on the outside. Going to be a little bit of fade option to Dominic Rizak on the outside and a touchdown. Dominic Rizak with that rushing touchdown the last couple of weeks. pulls one out on the receiving end, and the Warriors are up 22-0. We see a lot of those opportunities, those wheel routes, especially against a bunched-up package, is really costly for a defense like Millard North, who's really bunched up as well on the defensive side of the ball. Doesn't have a lot of cornerbacks on the outside or defensive backs working a lot of the sides. Botch snap, and the point after attempt is going to be no good, so it's going to stay 22-0. 6:16 left to go here in the first quarter, and the Warriors trying to blow it open early here at Phelps Field. Good. Run to the outside on the return. Nothing coming back. 6:09 left to go here in the first quarter. My name is Jaden Taylor alongside Kade Martin. If you guys are just tuning in, Warriors out 22-0, 3 straight touchdowns and 2 straight 3-and-outs for Millard North. Millard North really needs to bring something together to bring a drive to get back in this ball game, and they need the momentum on their side.
Millard North have yet to get a first down, as was previously stated. Looks a little bit rough for them right now, but just sticking with that rushing game is going to be very important for them.
Yeah, another run up the middle. It's going to be a gain of about 2 yards. Like we said, it's going to be a lot of running game. It's going to be a lot of old-style football. Looks like the Warriors have an injury on the outer hash. Looks like it might have been a knee injury. Can't quite tell who it's going to be. Jack James is going to come into the ball game. Looks like it might have been an O-lineman. Not what you want to see, especially when you're getting to crucial moments when guys are getting hurt. Looks like that's going to be number 8, TJ Ingram, with injury. Able to walk on his own feet, which is great to see. And the Warriors need all the men they can have when they want to go up against the top competition. But as we said earlier, this is going to be something that the Warriors are going to see later in this year, but to an even higher level. Westside going up against St. Thomas Aquinas in Week 8. And to be able, and they run a lot of that flex bone offense like this team does here. They have a little bit better of a running core than the Millard North Mustangs have had in a couple years. Tank Young, the #1 running back in the state of Kansas, will be going up against the Warriors in Week 8. Run up the middle, fullback dive. And Quainton's kept it himself for a gain of about a yard. Going to be 3rd and about 4. Going to be 3rd and 3, excuse me.
Best chance for the Mustangs to get their first down of the night. Being able to get this first down and being able to go downfield, even if they're not able to quite get the touchdown, having that momentum is going to be ideal going forward.
Yeah, Warriors need to keep Slide on defense. Another run up the middle. Looks like they might have been able to get the first down line, and they will. First down of the night for the Mustangs.
Their student section is loving that first down.
Yeah, first one of the night. They're going to try to keep it going and give a drive together. Junk with the motion out to the left. Going to be a fullback run up the middle. O-line trying to push them forward. And they'll get on a pile for about a gain of 1 yard. Mustangs really need to open it up wider. Force the Warriors' defensive backs and linebackers to make a play. Lately, they've just been pushing it up at the line. Flex bone motion once again. Going to hand it off up the middle. Actually, Quantane's going to give him himself. .344 left to go here in this first quarter. Going to be a 3rd and 8 for the Mustangs. Quayton's needs to get something going. He's been struggling so far this season in his passing attempts. But 3rd and 8 opportunity, they're going to need a really big open run to keep this drive alive. Motion out to the left, going to be a pitch out to number 2, Charlie Quayton's. He's going to get past a couple defenders, and he will likely get a first down. Charlie, the brother of Jimmy, a sophomore this year, one of their starting running backs as well as one of their free safeties in the backfield. That's another first down, and they're moving it across close to the 50-yard line. 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Mustangs trying to get something going. Charlie will pitch out to the left again. Going to be a run up the middle. Everything on the pile. Probably about 3-4 Warrior defenders on that run up the middle. Jason Cox, the fullback for the Mustangs, has really been a force. It also works somewhat on the line as well as the defensive end. But especially when you have this type of flex bone offense, you want a strong guy up the middle who's able to pound past a lot of high leverage defenders. Snap was lost for a little bit. Quayton's got it back up and was able to make something out of the play. That's another thing that we've seen a lot from Millard North this year, making some plays out of nothing. We saw a game 2 weeks ago, against Lincoln East, and 2 pitches back and forth, and a great play for Jimmy Quayton's just to be able to get into the end zone on another pitch on back on the side. We've seen a lot of that this year, a lot of miscommunication, a lot of just random plays trying to see what works. And that was an example of it right there. Quayton's going to keep it himself. He's going to come into the outside, try to get to the outer hash, and he'll get taken down after about a gain of 4. Going to be about 2nd and 6. 1:35 left to go here in the first quarter. Millard North getting closer to the doorstep to get themselves back in this ball game.
Millard North really with all of the momentum right now, as ironic as that sounds, being 20 down. But being able to string first downs, that was their 3rd or 4th of the night already. So it's very important to keep those first downs going.
Ball's being handed off up the middle for a gain of about 2. Will be a 3rd down.
Warriors had some excellent defensive possessions in those first 2 Millard North drives. This is not one of them.
A little bit of a different motion set up 4 wide. Quayton's going to take it himself. Going to try to get past one defender, and then it's stuffed. Looked like that was Ty Kiefer on the tackle. He just stuffed Fontaines, excuse me. Going to be a 4th and 1 for Millard North. They're going to keep it themselves, and they're going to look to go for it. That will end the first quarter. 4th and 1 when we come back. Millard North trying to get back in this ball game here on Warrior Television.
For the Mustangs, 4th and 1 from the 31-yard line.
We're back here. Mustangs able to get the first down. Going to be a pitch out of the outside. Going to get a couple yards. Jonk on the run. Looks like about a gain of 3 or 4. Millard North on the doorstep of getting inside the red zone. Their longest drive of the night. 11:24 left to go here in the second quarter. 20-0 in favor of the Warriors. And Millard North desperately needs a touchdown to keep themselves back in this ball game. Motion out to the left. We run out the middle. Going to get a gain of about 6 or 7 there. Looks like it was about Jason Cox up the middle. That fullback doing his job, and they're inside the red zone. First down for the Mustangs.
It will be 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line for the Mustangs.
Junk will exit. Gonna get back to that flex bone package. Quainton's under center once again. Cox behind him in the I formation. Gonna be motion out to the right. Quainton's gonna keep himself. Gonna get past one defender, and he's gonna get stuffed. Hit from about 3 defenders. Tommy Connolly was the first one to hit him. And it's gonna be about 2nd and about 4. 10:20 left to go here in the second quarter. Millard North desperately needs a touchdown here to keep themselves within respecting distance of the Warriors. Another flex bone package. Pitch out to Cox out of the right. He's going to try to get past one defender, and he'll get thrown out of bounds. Check that. That's going to be Hardiman on the run. Going to be about a 3rd and 5 situation. Lost about a yard. 9:52 left to go in the second quarter. Millard North doing what they do best. Run clock, chew momentum, and chew down the defense. Warriors being able to keep efficient has been one of the great abilities so far this year. Motion out to the right. Once again, Quayton's not able to give it to anybody, and he's going nowhere. Broken play. Thought we might have seen a little bit of a pass out to the middle.
Fourth and 6 for the Mustangs.
4th and 6, and the Mustangs are going to go for it. Motion out to the left. No pitch there. Quayton's going to keep himself. Look for a pass over across the middle, and a touchdown. Touchdown there for Millard North. Blake Klossman with the catch.
First catch of the night for the Mustangs turns out to be a touchdown. Saw that 2 weeks ago against their opponent.
On for the extra point for Millard North. 27, Noah Boyd. PAT is up and in. Boyd, one of the best kickers in the state of Nebraska. And he's really been a good part of this Millard North offense. Mustangs get back on the scoreboard. 20-7 in favor of the Warriors still. 9:06 left to go here in the first half. We'll be right back and give you more information on the exceeding of the first half right after this. .906 left to go. Warriors going to take it back. Cavante Dickerson out of the outside, going to get past the 46-yard line. And they'll start it off.
An excellent return by Dickerson on that right side of the field from our perspective. From that far side. My apologies. Taking the sideline, hugging it all the way until about the 47. Payton back to Rezak, getting about 7 or 8 yards on that carry. An excellent tackle by number 28 for Millard North, Hayden Froshire. Froshiser, my apologies. If he hadn't stopped that, there would have been Rizak would have been free to score that touchdown.
Going to be a first down for the Warriors.
For a Warrior first down.
And a hurry-up offense. Cole Payton, 3 out wide to the right. Going to hand it off to Dominic Rizak, and he's got an open hole. Get past one defender and wasn't able to get to the right block. Looked like he would have been able to cut to the outside and get to the end zone. Cut back in and got tackled by 2 Millard North defenders. Warriors going to keep the tempo up. 4 bunched out wide of the right once again. Cole Payton going to keep it himself. Going to go out to the left side. Going to get past one defender, make a spin move, and gain about 4 yards.
Warriors going pretty much as fast as possible to be able to stop that, to be able to prevent Millard North from really getting comfortable.
Second and 6 from the 19-yard line for the Warriors.
Payton with 2 to his right. Gonna hold it himself. Gets to about the 12-yard line.
Payton again with the carry. Nice gain on the play.
Payton up the middle once again. 6:56 left to go here in the second quarter. Going to be a 3rd and 1 for the Warriors.
Payton taking it down the middle, getting that first down to secure a 1st and 10 on the 11 or 10-yard line. On the 11. Keeping this drive alive, not wanting to settle for a field goal.
21st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Just barely inside a possible 1st and goal opportunity. 6:19 left to go here at Phelps Field in the second quarter. Warriors trying to extend their lead. Going to be a bunch package. I formation once again. Cole Payton under center is going to roll out to the left with a left-handed throw over the outside. Almost picked off. Diving attempt out there on the sideline by number 8, Isaiah McMorris. Warriors with a touchdown here, especially as we get closer to the end of the first half. Would really control the momentum. It's exactly what they want to see. Millard North in their wins, in their games, have really controlled the momentum when they get out ahead. Going to be a handoff again to Dominic Rizak. Going to cut to the outside, get to the corner, and a touchdown.
That's his
Dominic Rizak with his 2nd touchdown of the night. I mean, what a great night from Dominic Rizak. And this running game has really gotten the best of the Millard North Mustangs.
I mean, Rizak coming in for an injured Raul Kalani a few weeks ago, stepping up big time for the Warriors, who were really relying on such a powerful back in Kalani, not being quite as strong, but being just almost just as fast and being able to shift quickly is very important for them. The kick is up and in, and with 5:55 left in the second quarter, your Warriors are up 27-7.
Yeah, great opportunity. We saw that. Raul Kalani has been hurt the last couple weeks, and last year. I mean, that was really the big part of the Warriors. I mean, Kalani went out week 3 with a leg injury, and the Warriors didn't really have as much of a running game. Avante Dickerson was doing a lot of the rushing duties as well as a little bit of Bodie Harrell. But I mean, Dominic Rizak this year, his smarts. I've talked to Coach Freund. His ability to see the blocks, see the openings, and get to where he needs to go has been super important for him to be able to get the yards he does. 5:55 left to go here in the second quarter. Warriors really doing a good job of controlling the tempo. It's exactly what you want to see. I mean, Dominic Rizak, like we said, 610 rushing yards before tonight. Is easily added on to that one in this game. Yeah, for the Warriors tonight, Dominic Rizak, 53 yards on 6 attempts. And he'll easily get more opportunities as this game progresses. A slow game so far. Warriors have blew it open early with 20 points. Millard North able to have a long drive back and forth, being able to drive it down and get a passing touchdown to bring it back to even, or give them back a little bit closer. And then the Warriors able to get a quick touchdown right there. Return man is stuffed, thrown out at around the 31-yard line, and that's where Millard North will start it off.
Westside's defense gotta prevent that run game from that last drive by Millard North. Being able to get down the field and getting that passing touchdown is not ideal. This defense struggles a little bit at times, but over those first 2 drives against North, they were very successful. So being able to get back to that, getting back into the rhythm of those 2 drives would be very crucial to securing this game.
Yeah, I mean, Millard North, we saw that a little bit in their last drive. They didn't have as much of that flex bone package. Where they really succeeded is a little bit of a wider package to where they would throw some of the Warriors off. 2 flags thrown on the field. Looks like might have been a holding call. And they know it. Millard North's going to be moving back. Going to be a blindside block there, and they're going to move it back another 15 yards. Looks like it'll be a 1st and 25 for Millard North, and that's not what you wanted to see. And Millard North, a team that really doesn't excel on big plays, really gets those 3-4 yards each play and converts a lot on 3rd down when they're able to. But this game so far, not what you want to see to start off a drive. Going to need a big play to get to the 1st down marker. Flex bone package once again, motion out to the right. Quain is going to keep it himself, get past one defender, and get stuffed at about the 22-yard line.
A pass would be a good pass would be ideal for the Millard North Mustangs right now. Although they struggle a little bit with that passing, as we saw, they've only completed 1 pass, which ended up being a touchdown. A pass would be very crucial at this moment. Cutting those yards down, especially like having them at most, would be a very good thing, especially going on into 3rd down.
Yeah, with that, I mean, it's a little bit hard for the flex bone package for them to get a lot of passes out. But they do it right there, and that one's blocked down. Will Hurtado jumping up and blocking that one down. And he's been another crucial part of that defensive line. I don't think a lot of linemen get enough credit in a lot of these games. Will Hurtado, Kade Martin have really been the biggest staples in that offense and defensive line. And Will Hurtado showed what he can do right there. 4:52 left to go in the first half. Gonna be a 3rd and 19 for the Mustangs. Gonna need a big play. Motion out to the left. Gonna be a pitch out to number 2, Charlie Quaintance. And he's gonna get just about nowhere, and that's gonna bring up 4th down.
An excellent play by the Warriors, starting off with that blindside block, really helping them secure that drive and leading to nowhere for Millard North.
Looks like Avante Dickerson's going to be the return man.
Looking for his 3rd punt catch of the night. 3rd punt overall for Millard North. Let's see if he's able to get anything or if he's going to call that 3rd fair catch.
Yeah, we said earlier, I mean, Avante Dickerson hasn't been one to have a lot of opportunities to return it with his speed. A lot of punting teams have really focused on being able to control their return man. 4:05 left to go. The Warriors will start off at their own 42-yard line. And a touchdown here, I think, would pull them out in front. I mean, you can't say much was what we saw last week here, Creighton Prep and Millard West. Creighton Prep down 26-0 with 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, and they were able to bring it back all the way back to a 29-26 victory. A little bit of a different package here, 3 wide all the way out to the inner sideline. Cole Payton's going to look out to the left, look for a bomb out of the corner. That's going to be Grant Guyette. And he'll will not make the catch there, but that's going to be a pass interference penalty. Thought Grant might have had that ball, unable to come up with it as he hit the ground. But likely there'll be a 15-yard penalty and a first down. Froschiser on the defense right there. Looks like they might actually be bringing it back. Might have been an offensive pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense, number 28, 15 yards from the previous spot. First down.
A lot of these referees might have been a little confused on the sideline. Umpire was moving the ball back. Now they'll move it for another 15 yards.
Froschiser, normally in this game, he was playing very well. That's the first really big mistake that he's made. Being able to limit those mistakes against a very good offense, such as Westside, is very crucial to being able to pull this thing level and even win the game in the end.
Yeah, they really need to get off the penalty markers. Giving more momentum to Westside is not what they want to see. 4 out wide, 3 out wide to the inner sideline. Dominic Rizak's going to take it. He get past one defender, going to spin past another, and it's going to get dragged down by the back of his jersey to the 31-yard line. Looks like that was Froschiser once again on the tackle. Just being able to pull his jersey down.
As I said, Froschiser having a very good game for Millard North on that defensive end. Although Millard North are struggling on offense a little bit, him being able to make those tackles is very crucial to keep this game as close as it is.
Yeah, 2 out wide on each side. Cole Payton's going to hand it off. There's going to be a fumble there, unable to get the handoff. Ball's going to be on the ground. Cole Payton might have been able to get to it. Hopefully he is not hurt. Had a couple of big linemen on him. And yes, he was able to keep it himself. A little bit of a botched handoff. I think Cole might have wanted to take it himself. Rizak thought the same too. The ball just popped out. 3 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Warriors looking to blow it open here in the second quarter. We knew this was going to be a game of momentum, especially with Millard North being able to chew a lot of clock in a lot of their games. And Westside, with that high tempo offense, have had the control so far. Cole Payton going to roll out to the left, going to pass out to the right. He'll get past a couple defenders, and he'll take the sack. Had an opportunity for a slant player. Avante Dickerson would have been the passing attempt. It looks like they had 2 defensive backs. Very close to trying to get some interceptions. Going to be a timeout for Brett Freund. 2:27 left to go here in the first half. Warriors looking for a 3rd and 21 conversion when we come back. Cole Payton out of the shotgun. Gonna drop back. Gonna throw across the middle. That pass is going to be complete to Grant Guyette. He will not get the first down, but about to the 29-yard line. William Bowerly, the freshman kicker. Looks like they're going to keep him on the sidelines. 4th and 10. Warriors have done it before this season. Up against Creighton Prep. Had 2 4th-down conversions. And we passed the 2-minute mark here at the end of the first half. 4 out wide once again. Dominic Rizak and Cole Payton in the backfield. Cole going to go long for the end zone. Kobe Bretz will not make the play. Great defense on the outside. Looks like that might have been, yes it was, Forshiser again. He's had some mistakes here and there, but he's really been the stronghold of that Millard North secondary. And it's going to be a turnover on downs. Millard North will take over the ball with 1:44 left to go here in this first half.
It was a really good effort by Bretz to get that ball, but if there was going to be a flag call, that would have been against him. Need Froshire in the back, a little bit in the back, so being able to avoid that call is really helpful.
I mean, you see, that's textbook defense, what you want to see from Forshiser. Not able to get too much in the hands, not looking too much for the ball, but making sure that he stays where he needs to be and make the play. And he was able to do it on that one. Another flex one option on the outside. Quaintance will go to the outside. We'll hand it off up the middle. And Jason Cox will get nowhere. Looks like it might have been a loss of 1 yard, and it'll be 2nd and 10. It's about 2nd and 10 and a half. 1:27 left to go and counting. Millard North still has 2 timeouts that they still can burn. I mean, it's surprising to see that their coach doesn't want to see any kind of opportunity. Coach Petito for Millard North electing not to call a timeout. Quaid's going to go up the middle. It's going to get hit hard. Thought that ball might have been out. That's Raul Kalani with another hit. 57 seconds left to go, and it looks like Millard North is not going to test it. But Westside will call a timeout. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 opportunity for Millard North. That's going to be... That's essentially going to be their second charge timeout. Sorry we had that one wrong. But Westside looks like it might have been a TV timeout for the other group that we have here, Your-View. No, Brian, Paul, all those guys over at Cox Media, they do also a great job. Cox Channel 13, Your-View does have that opportunity. And great to bring some broadcasting back and forth. 53 seconds left to go. 3rd and 8 opportunity. The Mustangs are on their own 31. And the Warriors might try to force a punt and will likely will not have a timeout. But if they're able to score another touchdown before half, they inch closer to that 35-point running clock as they head to the second half. Got to keep Kiefer and Bretz in the secondary. Wimmer as well as Connolly will be out as well. It'll be Dickerson and Wimmer on the line. Brett and Kiefer at the safety positions. Tommy Connolly look for him for a possible linebacker duo here with Raul Kalani up the middle. 3rd and 8. Quaid's going to keep it himself. Look for a pass. Going to be a long heave up the sideline. And what a great play by Avante Dickerson. What amazing hands to get in front of that ball and deflect that one wide.
It was a very excellent pass, too. Now, as we've said earlier, not really something you expect from Millard North. Their passing game isn't their strong suit. So being able to throw that pass perfectly, but just being unlucky with the defensive back being there at that time.
Yeah, Quaintance is able to throw the ball when he needs to. Doesn't chuck the ball too often. But Avante Dickerson, what a defensive play to get his hands up. And that's why he's a D1 recruit. And with that, even with the passing play, I mean, the Warriors don't have to call their other timeout. Going to be a punt, not too long. Avante Dickerson isn't going to look for it. That's going to go way out of bounds. Shanked opportunity, not what you want to see from Millard North. And there's still 41 seconds left here in this this first half.
No return for the Warriors.
They'll start it off, looks about at their own 39-yard line. I mean, with that incompleted pass, the Warriors don't have to use their final timeout. They still have one timeout left to give themselves a really good opportunity at putting some points up on the board before halftime. They'll start it off at their own 44. Going to be 4 wide once again. You have Grant Guyette and Anthony White on the outer sideline with Kobe Bretz and Avante Dickerson on the inner. And Cole Payton looking for a big play. Going to need one. They want to get into field goal territory. Looks like an early flag. Might have been some early movement. Looks like one of the linemen for the Warriors jumped early.
Delay of game. Offense, number 9, 5-yard penalty. First down.
Not what you want to see, especially when you're able to burn some clock.
First and 15 from the 39-yard line.
Going to move back to 1st and 15. See what Freund elects to do if he still wants to risk the opportunity. Dickerson's going to motion out to the right. Payton going to juke past a couple defenders and just going to throw it out. Was outside of the tackle box. Able to throw it out. Had multiple defenders on him. 35 seconds to go.
Brings up second down.
2nd and 15. We'll see what Freund elects to do if he still wants to risk the opportunity. A little bit of a busted play there. Millard North obviously in zone. As you see there, I mean, Avante Dickerson with that motion over, you're able to see somewhat of what the defense is looking for if they have a little bit of a man coverage or zone. And Dominic Rizak going to get the run. He's going to get out at the outside. And he's going to get out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. Looks like there might have been a late hit call. 28 seconds left to go here in the first half. We'll see what the call is. Warriors might get a really good break.
Football. Personal foul. 29 on the defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Going to be a 15-yard penalty, late hit. 28 seconds left. That's another first down. And the Warriors are to the Millard North 39.
39-yard line.
I would guess another 15 yards to where they can be in field goal territory. Freshman William Bowerly is their kicker. Apparently in practice, has been able to hit a 45-yard field goal before. We need another about 10, 15 yards to get that. Going to be a check down over to Dominic Reese at the outside. Only one defender. And he's going to push him out at about the 30. Exactly what you want to see. Still have that one timeout. 21 seconds left to go. And the Warriors are going to keep that high tempo offense.
That's right. First and 10 from the 25-yard line.
Again, 21 seconds left to go here in the first half. 1st and 10 at the Millard North 25. They're definitely in field goal range. Will likely have to get it to the inner hash mark to allow Bowerly to get the kick he needs. 4 wide, 3 out to the left. Cole Payton going to look for a bomb, not going to get there. Going to try to get past the whole defenders. Jukes one. Looks like there might have been a penalty flag. Cole Payton's going to keep it himself. Going to get past to the outside. Burned a lot of clock, 10 seconds. Looks like the Warriors might be moving back. Jack James looks like he might have been unhappy with the upcoming call. Might have been some holding opportunities. Didn't see too much there. Yeah, once again, that's going to be a holding penalty on Jack James. He's not happy with it. But nonetheless, it's going to be a 1st and 25. Looks like Jack James might have been farther back a little bit. 1st and 25, 11 seconds left to go. Warriors going to need one big play to get themselves in field goal range. To be comfortable, you want to see about another 15-yard gain. Try to get down to the 30-yard line. Bowerly has shown he's been able to have the leg. It's more the accuracy on the sideline. 4 out wide once again. Payton's going to drop back. A lot of rushers on him. Cutback route. Kobe Bretz with the catch. What an amazing play. Toe tap on the sideline. 6 seconds left to go. Maybe one more play. They're going to bring on the field goal unit. So they're looking for a 2nd and 13 field goal.
Being able to make those yards up is very important, setting up this kick. Being able to make that catch and staying out and getting out of bounds is very important. Only 6 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, what a play on the outside by Kobe Bretz. Cole Payton able to extend the play. And we'll see what Will Ballard can do. Ball snap once again.
And
Kick is long enough, and it is no good. Looks like that ball might have been just on the outside. There's still 1 second left to go. Millard North might be able to have something together. But Bowerly just wide left on the kick. Had the leg. The snap was a little bit off.
It was an excellent kick, though. Although wide, it was just where it needed to be. Although the 3 points that the Warriors should have gotten were not received, it doesn't look too bad for that freshman kicker, William Bowerly.
Yeah, Bowerly came on just about middle of the season at the Papio South game. Tristan Alvano and Martin Maynard were the, I guess, back and forth kickers who had been doing the duties. Dylan McKee was the kicker in the last game that we saw. Had some issues with his kicking opportunities in the PATs, and they went to freshman William Bowerly. Not a great snap there. They won't be able to put it up anymore. 27-7 in favor of the Warriors. We're going to head to half. We're going to give you more information on the marching band as well as the dance team. But we'll be back here in just a little bit on Warrior Television.
COVID-19 has greatly affected our marching band season. There are many more restrictions than we have had to think about in order to make this actually safe for our students. We're so excited to be here to perform for you.
They're playing incredible.
These students have worked incredibly hard over the past few weeks to prepare this show. And we ask you to be responsible
I love the
by listening, not talking, and applauding when appropriate. This evening, we will be performing some music from picture movie The Incredibles. Our soloists for the evening will be Ian Andress on the trumpet, Brooke Esther, flute, Sarah Peters, flute, Kushi, sing, flute, and Andrew Lee, alto saxophone. Westside High School is proud to present in exhibition drum majors Elsie McKay, Alexandra Brown, Haley Jones Seabrook, and the 2020 Westside High School Warrior Marching Band.
Well, it's already broken. So
What?
it doesn't work.
This?
Yeah.
It is?
It doesn't. Well, yeah, the gimbal doesn't
I thought
work.
we just got it.
Yeah,
It broke?
it just doesn't work.
Does it just not sync out?
Yeah, I don't know. I just know it doesn't work.
Looks like we go to a SpongeBob song every time.
Yeah. I don't miss this.
Yo.
Heard in Mississippi, they like people go to the football games just to see their marching bands.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I honestly would too. It's got a lot of college. He is.
I fucking love Andrew.
I love Andrew. I don't even know him like that either.
I can hear the student section loud and clear, and they're like, they're scared of us. I'm like, okay then, buddy.
2020 Warrior Band leadership team members are drum majors Elsie McCabe, Alexander Brown, Haley Jones Seaver. Woodwind section leaders flute, Brooke Hester, Sarah Peters, and Kushi Singh. Clarinet Madison Jones, Ellie Lair, Aaron Pratt, and Rebecca Yara. Alto sax Andrew Lee and John Auger. Tenor sax Mac Harris. Drumline section leaders trumpet David Bokas, Ian Andress, Michael Palacio. Mellophone Christina Mann and Miranda Macari. Trombone Secor Tour. Baritone Noah St. Cyr. And on the tuba, Payton Power. Drumline section leader Grace Ramaker and Max Zwieback. Frontline section leaders Latemi Davies and Thomas Pate. Killer Westside Warrior Band members and staff would like to extend its gratitude to our WHS grandparents, Westside Foundation, administration, and school board for their contributions to our performances.
So next up, here at Westside, we're going to start it off. The student-run club here at Westside High School, Promotion 66, is proud to announce that they have formed a partnership with the national food chain Jimmy John's. There will be a variety of promotions at Westside games throughout this year and a lot of opportunities. The first promotion tonight is going to be the Jimmy John's baguette toss. Now, before we start the relay, looks like there's somebody running down the field. Looks like that might be, who would that be? Warrior Gump?
Hey, Westside cheerleaders and fans, show your Warrior Gump. He needs to turn toward the concession stand. Point to your right.
Gonna be a baguette toss for Promotion 66, one of the first of many Jimmy John's promotions here tonight. I'm gonna guess you're gonna see a lot of Mr. Warrior Gump throughout these next couple of games. Looks like he just keeps on going to the parking lot.
All right, for the Jimmy John's baguette toss, we have 5 senior boys and 5 senior girls.
10 overall senior students, 5 girls, 5 boys, trying to send their Jimmy John's package as far as they can go.
Good luck, seniors. All right, girls, are you ready? All at the same
The girls will start it off.
Jimmy John's baguette. 3, 2, 1. And we'll find out.
Longest throw went to about the 24-yard line. Looks like that might have been Ellie Tempero of the middle. What a throw. Ellie Tempero, a basketball player here at Westside. And what a great promotion to start it off for the girls. Next up will be the boys. All 4 out of the 5 from Red Shield. Let's see how far they can send it.
All right, boys. 3, 2, 1.
Long toss. A little bit farther there. Multiple ones at about the 32-yard line.
Well, we have a winner.
Let's see who we're going to call it is. Still confusion on which one looked about in the middle. Looks like the longest one would have been about the 33, 34-yard line.
And Barrett Mooney, the winner for the senior boys. Congratulations to our 2 seniors for winning the Jimmy John's baguette toss. Now
Going to be a middle tie at the 33-yard line for the win. Promotion 66, a great group here at Westside High School. Really big opportunities for them in the future. You can check out more information on them at Twitter at 66 Promotions. Westside Found Group, all students in that group putting together some great promotions at a lot of football as well as other sporting events. You can see them more and more throughout football and basketball this season, and you might see a little bit more of Warrior Gump going into this rest of the football and into the basketball season. We're going to take a quick break, about a minute and a half before we get into the second half. We're going to stay tuned in just a little bit. Make sure you are watching as we're going to give away the Duncan as we're about to start the second half. Here is the week 6 time for Dunkin' Donuts question of the game. Whoever gets this one right on with the hashtag Dunkin' Trivia will get a $10 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts. The question tonight is, who has the Westside varsity football record for most passing yards in a single game? Again, you can hashtag Dunkin' Trivia on Twitter or on Instagram. First person to get it will get a $10 gift card. Kick is away. Long kick, nobody able to get it there for Millard North. Now we'll go into the end zone.
And a touchback for the Warriors, so the Mustangs will set up from the 20-yard line. First and 10 here to kick off the second half.
Millard North starting their first drive of the first half, or the second half, excuse me. Looking to repeat that third drive that they had, going for a touchdown at the end. Quarterback keeping the ball, only able to go a few yards.
Millard North really needs to get back in this ball game. Have been struggling on offense to get momentum. Gonna need a big play. This is not the time to really do what they usually been doing in chewing clock. They really need to get a couple big plays. Maybe put Jason Cox, the fullback, in charge. Maybe get Quaintons in for some opportunities. Quaintons gonna keep it himself. Gonna get past one defender. Gonna get a big hit up top. And the whistle will be called dead. Ryan Zadiska with the tackle. Going to be a 3rd and 1 for Millard North. Really need to convert just at about 1 minute into this game, into this second half. Run up the middle is going to go nowhere. Multiple Warrior defenders on that play. Haberman, the Northern Illinois commit, is going to force it to a 4th and 1. Looks like the punt team's going to come on. Warriors going to keep their main team but put Avante Dickerson back in case of a fake. Could see an opportunity to a direct snap to Jason Cox or somebody at the line. The Millard North Mustangs really need to get something going. Down 20 points here in the 3rd quarter, which is reasonable against a team like Westside. Punt. Going to drive Avante Dickerson back to the 30-yard line. He's just going to let it drop. Going to keep it himself. Grabs it back up. Unexpected. He's going to come out to the outer sideline. Going to get a gain on it. Get past one defender. Huge hit. Oh, they're going to call it. Looks like they might call that a blindside block.
Excellent awareness by Dickerson, though. Millard North didn't close it in. There was three or four of them around the ball, just picked it up and ran all the way to the far side.
Yeah, looks like there's going to be called possibly a blindside block. I mean, I have to look up essentially the NSA rules on that. If there is some differentiation between them and some others. But what I've usually seen is that contact has to be from either horizontal or behind the player on a hit. We know the defender was not out of bounds, was still going towards Avante Dickerson. A huge hit on the sideline by, we'll have to check that. I believe it might have been Tommy Connolly on the outside or one of the linemen. But nonetheless, refs are going to call that one. 9:54 left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
First and 10 from the 25-yard line.
Warriors looking to start off their first drive of the second half. Most likely will be better than Millard North's, but you never know, honestly.
Cole Payton going to get past a defender. Going to run to the outside and we'll get tripped up for a loss of about 3.
run. Second and 15 for the 20.
Second and 15, 9:30 left to go here in the third quarter. 3 out wide right. Cole Payton got a couple guys to move. And then a Warrior looked like it moved on the outside. Looked like that might have been Matthew Trimble. We'll see who the penalty's on. Gonna be an encroachment call on Millard North. Westside's gonna move it up. And it'll be back to 2nd and 10.
Third of the back, 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line.
Gonna be stuffed.
Third down, no gain on the play. 3rd and 10 from the 21. For the Mustangs.
2nd and 9 for the Mustangs. 8:04 left to go here in the third quarter. I know we've had some issues with audio. Hoping we're going to get this back in. Again, apologies for some technical delays tonight. It's been a little bit of a mixy area. Just trying to get better, trying to get more stronger here on Warrior Television. Run up the middle by Jason Cox is going to get them to about the 45-yard line. Going to be about a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2 on the 46-yard line.
Another bunched up set for Millard North. Look for maybe a quarterback keeper. Motion out of the outside. Going to be Quainton is going to keep it himself. Going to pass a couple defenders, and he'll get the first down. Millard North doing what they do best and chewing clock. Able to get another first down.
First and 10 from the 48-yard line of the Warriors for the Mustangs.
7 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Another motion out to the left. Quainton is going to put it up the middle to Jason Cox. He's going to get thrown somewhat backwards. Might be a gain of about 2.
Again with the stop of Jason Cox. Gain of 2, second and 8.
Run up the middle for Quainton's. Past one defender, going to try to drive for about 3 or 4 yards, and he'll get there. Going to be a third down.
And on the tackle for the Warriors. Gain on the play, 3rd and 4. Gain of 4 makes it 3rd and 4. And from the 42-yard line.
Quainton's going to keep it himself again, go to the outer sideline. He's going to get past the defender, and he is gone. Pardon my language there. Really off on that one. Kobe Brett's able to make the desperation tackle at about the 3-yard line. Came out of nowhere from the inner sideline. Able to go across the field and able to get Quainton's down just before he was able to get into the end zone. 5:25 left to go here in the third quarter. Millard North down at the 5-yard line. Run up the middle, Jason Cox looking for the pylon. Will they give it to him? And he'll be down at just about the 1.
195-pound senior. Second and goal from the 1-yard line.
Touchdown, Millard North. Jason Cox up the middle. We'll get it in.
Jason Cox, a very powerful fullback for Millard North, listed at 5'11", 230 pounds. It's not often you see a 230-pound man run the ball, especially in high school.
No void on for the point after. It is up and good. So, with 4:37 to go here in the third, they cut the lead by the Warriors 27 to 14. There was a flag on the play.
Looks like Boyd was hurt on that play. Going to be a flag, likely a roughing the kicker, will be enforced on the kickoff. 4:37 left to go here in the third quarter. We're going to be right back here on Warrior Television. Dominic Rizak able to run up the middle for a couple yards. Hopefully we're able to get this audio issue back. I know we've had some technical difficulties tonight, more than others. We're looking at some new equipment, doing new setup, and readjusting to some things. 4:10 left to go here in the third quarter. 2nd and 2. Dominic Rizak able to get past the defender. He's wide open. Down to the 40-yard line. Forshard trying to get on the corner. Able to get him down just about the 8-yard line. Morris able to make the tackle to just about the 8-yard line. Going to be another first down, 1st and goal. Clock is stopped as the chains move. Warriors going to try to get something going. Quick offense, giving it to Dominic Rizak, able to cut out the outside, able to get past one defender, truck through another, and into the end zone. 'PAT is up and good. 3:51 left to go here in the third quarter. Warriors are trying to blow it open. 34-0 in favor of Westside. We'll be right back here on Warrior Television. .351 left to go here in the third quarter. 34-14 in favor of the Warriors. Justin Alvano to kick it away. Squib kick. Going to get down to about the 36-yard line. That's where Millard North will start.
On the return and sets him up at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Michael Zimmerman in on the tackle for the Warriors. And Bravado able to step the play out. Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11 from the 36-yard line.
.320 left to go here in the third quarter. 34-14 in favor of Westside. Millard North trying to get something going.
Whoever making the tackle on Payton. basketball game, so it'll be 3rd and 8.
Quinton's doing the bulk of the running for Millard North. Being able to get those few yards in those carries is very helpful, especially for an offense that relies on the run game.
Yeah, they're going to try to keep it going again. 3rd and 8. 2:37 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Millard North wants a late hit call.
And it makes it 4th and 1 from the 46-yard line.
Going to be a 4th and 1 for Millard North. 2 minutes encroaching here in the 3rd quarter. Again, a lot of technical difficulties. Sorry we were dealing with some audio issues. Haven't been able to figure it out quite yet. But we're hoping we're going to figure it out. Mustangs are going to get the first down.
Charlie Quintons with the carry. Ben Rodesha on the tackle, but it's enough for a Mustang first down. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line.
Millard North trying to stay in this ball game. Going to need a big run here as we're approaching the end of the 3rd quarter. Great run up the middle by Jason Cox. Not quite able to get the first down, but it looks like it might have been about 8 yards. That's exactly what they needed to chew some clock and get down into the Warrior side of the zone.
Cox has been playing very good for the Mustangs. Being able to power through that defensive line for the Warriors is helping his team greatly.
Quayton's being stuffed at the line. Nothing they can do, and it'll be 3rd and 1.
3rd and 2 from the 40.
.44 seconds and counting. Millard North going to try to keep it going. Stuffed once again. Jason Cox unable to get it, and they're going to be moved back for 4th down. Millard North likely to go for it.
Down 4th and 3 with a loss of 1 yard. On 3rd down, so 4th and 3 from the 41-yard line.
Before this play, looks like the clock will end on the 3rd quarter as they're going to bring their punt team out, actually. It looks like they might try to get somebody off sides. Likely won't get a snap off with 5 seconds left to go. That will end the 3rd quarter. When we come back, Millard North with a 4th and 3 situation at the Westside 41, looking to keep their hopes alive in this ball game. We'll be right back for your television. Again, nobody has answered the Dunkin' Donuts trivia question. I know we're dealing with some technical difficulties. Hey, baby, playing here at Westside High School. Again, Dunkin' Donuts trivia question of the game. Who has the Westside varsity football record for the most passing yards in a single game? I will give you guys a hint. is within the past 10 years. The quarterback for this team has gone to a D1 school and is looking to have a really good opportunity at possibly being a starter in the next couple of years. Again, $10 riding on this one too. Dunkin' Donuts. Again, send that with the hashtag Dunkin' Trivia on to Westside Wired or on anywhere on Twitter or Instagram, and we'll get that set up for you. Passing attempts will be complete on the outside for a first down. And Millard North will keep the chains going. Millard North hyping expectations from what they were going into this game, and a lot of people didn't have much expectation. They're not fully out of this one quite yet. Going to be wrapped up on the outside. Multiple Warrior defenders on that one. And it's going to be a loss of about 3.
Froshire with that carry has been playing most of the game as a defensive end on defense. Not quite the run you want, really.
Crane's going to keep it himself and go nowhere.
Quick's on the run, and on the tackle is Zadiska. Zadiska, number 57. Third and 13, now from the 36-yard line for the Mustangs. Flag on the field.
Flag on the field. But real quick, we're going to call it here. The winner of our Dunkin' Donuts trivia question, Jacob Vincentini. The game here, Dylan Plouts with the most passing yards in a single game. Happened just a couple years ago. 488 yards in a barn burn up against Bell West. It was a great game back and forth. Oh, Westside was able to pull that one out and get themselves a win. $9:50 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Been a quick one. Going to be a 4th and 21 for Millard North, and they're going to punt it away. Vontae Dickerson back.
For the return.
Warriors will start it at their own 18. 9:20 left to go here in the fourth quarter. A touchdown likely would ice it. Millard North trying to stay around.
18-yard line. 9:20 to go here from Bell Field. Warriors 34 and your Mustangs 15.
Warriors have a really good opportunity. Haven't seen a lot of this so far. Usually see Colby Brown into the game at this point. Colby Brown, the junior quarterback, right behind Cole Payton. Payton still in this game, looking to keep something going. Gayette with a great play, able to extend to about the 35-yard line, and the clock keeps ticking on this fourth quarter.
With the reception, and it is enough for another Warrior. That's right.
Warrior first down sets up another 4-wide setup for the Warriors. Cole Payton and Dominic Rizek in the gun.
Rizek on the carry. The extra effort gets him a couple more yards. And a pickup of 5, 2nd and 5 from the 40. Sybil's Eaton on the tackle for the Mustangs.
Cole Payton with 3 out wide, 2 out wide to the left. Grant Guyette out to the right. Rizek has been getting the ball a lot tonight. And like we said earlier, Rizek has really been a big part of this Warriors offense so far this year. Being able to go to multiple options, being able to get a lot of defenses off balance has been really important for this team. Rizek, 150 yards on the night. With that run, it's going to be 163 yards tonight with 2 touchdowns. Payton will be sacked. Not what you want to see. Drop in yards, and it'll be another 2nd and about 13. Update here, starting to get a little bit windy. Some weather coming up from Northbrook, coming down south. Might see some rain here later tonight. Bunched up set. Rizek able to make some going 3rd and 5. Another bunched up set. Cole Payton going to keep him himself, and he's going to go nowhere. Going to be another 4th down opportunity and maybe see a punt. Starting to rain here tonight here at Westside High School. As like we said, that weather front moving in. Will be good set up here in our makeshift studio up here at Phelps Field, but could play on some factors. Hannes will kick it away. Dragged down by Grant Guyette. He'll start off at the 20-yard line. Looks like that might have been Tommy Connolly with the punt on that one, not Simon Hannes. I know Tommy very well. We've went back for a while, and Tommy's always had the boot. Hasn't usually been the punter, but has been doing the jobs here tonight. The Warriors look like they have somebody here on the sidelines. Warrior will put off the sideline. 5:49 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Going to be moved down to a 1-camera setup with the rain. The Warriors with a 34-14 lead. With punting the ball away, Millard North really desperately needs a touchdown to get themselves back in this ball game.
In comparison to punts, the Warriors have had 2 to Millard North's 5, I believe. 2 punts for the Warriors is surprising still, considering how strong the offense usually is.
Yeah, we haven't seen it much from this year. I mean, the Warriors' offense has just been so potent. And even on defense, they usually go for a lot of 2-point conversions. They go for a lot of fourth down conversion opportunities. But you don't usually see, especially in a comparatively closer game, where the Warriors have been punting it away. Big hit on Charlie Aquinas. And the ball will go down and incomplete. Big hit on Aquinas. Long time to set up for this next play. Going to see what they can do. Run out the outside. Not going to be able to get much there. .5:24 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Millard North trying to stay alive. But time is running out. This game might be iced. Too much time being taken off the clock. Not what you want to see.
Pass intended for Jones, broken up.
4:56 left to go. Time was stopped. Going to be a 4th and 5. Millard North's going to try to punt it away. And the buses are ready and set to go. This will likely ice it. Shanked punt. And the Warriors will start out their next drive at the 48. 4:52 left to go here on Warrior Television. We're going to be right back right after this.
Ball kicked out of bounds. That was in at the 43-yard line, so it'll be 10 for the Warriors on the 43-yard line.
God damn. Cole Payton still into the ball game, along with Dominic Rizek, trying to get to that 35-point mark.
Millard North's defense has really been stepped up in this second half of the game. Not allowing very many big runs is very important to keeping this game alive for them.
Yeah, we've kind of seen a flip the script kind of for the Warriors. They started off this year really slow and sluggish out of the gate. Didn't score a single point in their first quarters in their first 3 games. And the last 3, including this one, Warriors have been blowing it open in the first quarter. 28 points last week. And another really big first half for the Warriors this game. Not what you want to see from Cole Payton. Throw over Grant Guyette. And it'll stay 3rd down. After the game, we're going to show our homecoming candidates and our winner. Again, we know some audio issues here tonight. We're going to try to keep it as stable and set up as possible. A lot of back and forth conditions. I want to thank all you guys for sending out tonight if you guys are still here. Been a lot of issues, been some complaints on both sides. We apologize for that. We guarantee that within the next weeks, we're going to give you guys some great matchups. Great opportunity for Dominic Rizak. Going to go down the sideline and easily into the end zone. Touchdown. That one will ice it.
Rizak.
That was Dominic Rizak's 4th touchdown, I believe. 2 receiving touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, I know we've really been wanting to split up some of the goods on time for 2 player of the game, but Dominic Rizak and Cole Payton, I mean the 2 biggest players on this team. I'm not sure who else we can give it to tonight.
I think we should make him play rock, paper, scissors for it.
You never know, especially in these conditions, especially with how 2020 has been. You never know. PAT is good, 41-14, 3:54 left to go here in the 4th quarter. We're going to take a break and get us on to the end of this 4th quarter. Warriors looking to pull it out. (41-14) in favor of Westside. 3:54 left to go here in this 4th quarter. We have an update from Creighton Prep and North Platte. The 4-0 North Platte are undefeated no longer. Creighton Prep takes them down 24-7 out south in North Platte. Bulldogs likely to drop out of the top 10. Creighton Prep back over 500. Hopefully back on the right track. The Blue Jays, we saw in that week 1 game, were just, flat out discombobulated, if you really want to use the right term. 5 delayed game penalties in that one. Not a great setup. Not what you want to see, especially at your first game up against an arch rival. Warriors going to pull it out. Likely going to pull this one out. 3:54 left to go. 41-14. No return, or return on the outside. Going to go to about the 25-yard line. 3:48 left to go.
He's ushered out of bounds with 3:48 to go. The Mustangs will begin at their 24.
You gotta wonder if the Mustangs are gonna keep running the ball straight down the middle, or if they're gonna go more to the sides. This game doesn't look too great for them, but you really have to wonder if they're gonna try to make it a little closer.
Yeah, likely going to see a lot of backups coming in on both sides. Ball is out. Warriors look like they fell on it. And they did. That will definitely ice it. 3:40 left to go. Warriors being able to get closer to it. And Cole Haberman being able to punch it out and drop on it. Rain's starting to come down a little bit harder. Still somewhat light. Not too much of a stream coming in. And Westside's going to bring on their backups, Colby Brown. Kurt Kubrich in the backfield for the Warriors. Cedric Haywood out to the left.
Colby Brown now in for the Warriors at quarterback.
Kubrich takes it up the middle, going to go nowhere.
With the tackle. Kurt Kubrich on the carry for the Warriors. No gain on the play, second down.
Run going to go up the middle. Going to get past the defender on the outside. Going to the end zone, not quite, to the about 5-yard line.
That's right, first and goal from the 6-yard line.
First and goal once again for the Warriors. Colby Brown looking to see what they can do. Pass out to the outside, over in the corner, and incomplete.
Pass intended for Anthony White, incomplete. Brings up second down and goal.
This one getting close to over. Colby Brown in the shotgun trying to put another score on the board. Rain's starting to pick up here. 2 minutes left to go. Starting to get a little windy. Third and goal. Colby Brown under center. Gonna try to see what they can do with 3 behind Colby Brown. Stuffed. 131 and counting. It's going to be 4th down. We'll see what the Warriors will do. Again, rain's starting to come down a little bit harder. Homecoming coronation. We'll see if there's any updates on that. Likely to see another triple I-back formation. Looks like they're going to put on the kicking team. Will Bowerly looking for the kick to make it 44-14 as we get under the 1 minute mark.
Colby Brown taking the...
Will Bowerly puts the leg in and puts 3 through the upright. 44-14.
49 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. 44-14 in favor of Westside. One kick, maybe one more play, and that will end it. Warriors, huge win tonight. And Kade, I mean, what are you seeing from this Warriors offense going into their final 2 games?
I mean, there's really not much I can say. Apart from that one penalty at the start of the game, they've been playing almost perfect. I mean, of course you're going to have those hiccups here and there as the Warriors did especially in this second half. But being able to limit those to either at the start of the game or at the end of the game when they're up big are very important.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. They go to Norfolk next week. We're still going to update you guys. We're going to try to live stream that game out at Norfolk. Still some updates back and forth. But we'll let you guys know when we're able to know either way on that game. 49 seconds left to go. Warriors, 2 games left. Going to Norfolk. Then we'll come here against the big St. Thomas Aquinas, the number 1 team in Class 5A down in Kansas. Another wishbone type offense, just like this Millard North team. They got a pretty good line up top. Warriors going to finish this one out here in just a second. Alvano will kick it away. Warriors will get on top of it. Alvano with a little bit of a squib kick, and the Warriors will get it back. Probably take 2 knees, and that'll be it. But Tristan Alvano, I don't think that's what he was trying to do. But a little bit of a squib kick goes off of a Millard North defender, and that explains a little bit of tonight for Millard North.
I mean, going off of that kick, being a varsity soccer athlete, that accuracy is very big. So if that was intentional, that was a very excellent kick.
might be in handy once we get down to those gritty games in the playoffs. To have a guy like Tristan Alvano to have a good onside recovery opportunity. Wind formation for Kobe Brown. One more knee. 46 seconds left. One more knee will end it here in just a second. Warriors stay undefeated, 44-14. They will head, like we said earlier, they'll head to Norfolk next week. Norfolk having a rough season. The Warriors showing their dominance here tonight. 44-14 in favor of the Warriors. Really big win, exactly what they needed. Really big first quarter, 20 points in the first quarter. Died down a little bit in that second half, but a great win for the Warriors as they head to 6-0. We're going to get you guys right back here for the homecoming coronation in just a little bit. Haven't had any updates on either way on that setup. But we'll be back for the homecoming coronation and the KB Postgame Show. We're going to quickly get out of here. KB Postgame Show real quick. A little bit of a different setup. It's starting to pour down here at Westside High School. Not likely to see any homecoming coronation, as a lot of back and forth. Looks like they're actually going to keep him out there. Real quick, we're going to see if they're going to have all of these girls and boys with the homecoming idea. There's some people out there unlikely to keep it going. Great win for the Warriors here tonight. Warriors take the victory 44-14 and move on to 6-0. Big win for the Warriors up against another top 10 team. Millard North goes down to 1-4. Westside stays undefeated at 6-0. Looks like they're still trying to set up the homecoming court. Not a lot of fans still here at Westside. A lot of people have left and gotten out of here. We'll see if they're going to have anything set up. Again, Warriors big win tonight. Big size for Dominic Rizak, as well as Cole Payton, Kobe Bretz, and Avante Dickerson. The big names tonight. But another guy who does not get as much credit, Kade and Will Haberman. Really big on the line tonight. That's, I think, is the biggest factor for tonight. We've seen a lot of flashy plays in Avante, as well as Cole Payton and Dominic Rizak. But we're going to give tonight's Time for two player of the games. Going to be a set up here for the offense and defensive line. Kade Haberman and Will Hurtado. Great win for the line for the Warriors. They'll look to keep that going up against Norfolk next week. And then their biggest test of the season, St. Thomas Aquinas, on October 16th. Still taking some time to set up. Rain is getting a little bit harder down here. Still going to try to set it up. A lot of boys and girls sitting down there. And the rain is going to be a hard one. A lot of people with umbrellas. Rain's starting to get harder, and it's not going to stop tonight. Again, we would like to apologize for a lot of audio issues. We're not quite sure what might have happened tonight. We've been looking at some stuff, trying to do the audio mixer back and forth. And I myself specifically want to apologize for putting this together and not quite getting the production that we usually put together. We want to put ourselves at the highest standard possible here in broadcasting in Nebraska. And we hope to keep continuing great productions next week, throughout football season, and throughout the rest of the school year. I'd like to thank everybody here on this team. My father, Lewis Taylor, Tanner Dyer, Trinity Johnson, Aaron Mosier, Kade Martin, as well as Isabella Eastman, Angelina Padavina, and Katie Terry down on the sidelines. It's been a great game. Again, I'd like to apologize again for the audio issues. We're going to get that set up once again for our next stream. Make sure that those are set up and all back together. Again, thank you guys so much for sticking around in this one. Queen candidate Anna Bowerly will start it off. Next up will be Avante Dickerson. Looks like Avante has moved back to me. Maxwell Bullenpurdy, who is in ATSE. Camille Boyu, also in ATSC, senior this year, and has been working a ton on looking for the Green New Deal, looking for progressive opportunities in the economy. Next up, King candidate is going to be Avante Dickerson. Excuse me, that's going to be Kobe Bretz there down there. Kobe Bretz is on football and was a pretty good diver. Kate Beckman going to be the next Queen candidate.
Next we have King candidate
Now Avante Dickerson, D1 football commit to Minnesota, is our next king candidate. For our next queen candidate, Madeline DePrima, part of Red Shield and a big part of this senior class here at Westside High School. Next up is going to be Ethan Goldner, another guy, all part of Red Shield, and is also a part of the soccer program. Next up, queen candidate, another one on ATSC, Laura Dodge, another National Honor Society winner, and is a really good actor as well. Part of many plays here at Westside High School, and you see a really good future for her. Next up is going to be John Goodwin, other brother of David Goodwin. We saw him as a king candidate last year. John is also an ATSC and on the swim team. Next up is going to be Payton Clydacy, a member of the WHS Cheer ATSC, and is part of DECA. Next up, Kade Martin is going to be our next king candidate, Northern Illinois commit, and another great football player and one of the best wrestlers in the state. We're going to get action for him once it comes to the winter. We'll give you some great wrestling matches. Kade Martin is going to be the man to watch. Next up, Logan Key is our next queen candidate. She is a swimmer. Next up is going to be Will Hurtado, another football player, uncommitted so far. Again, one of our time for two players of the game tonight, and we'll see what his future holds. Next up is going to be queen candidate Elsie McCain, part of jazz band, and is a big part of the musical as well. The next king candidate, Andrew Lee. Again, I'm not sure if many of you guys have heard of this guy, but has a big future in coming up. If you've seen the WHS schedule a lot of your kids use, this is the guy who programmed it. There's a lot of future in computer design. Next up is going to be Katie Sikora. Ruby Sikora. One of our final king candidates, Cole Payton, North Dakota State football commit. And is also a pretty good baseball player as well. Has had a lot of offers, could possibly go to the draft. Mia Stiles is our next queen candidate. She is in SI as well as in theater. Brett Thorell is our next king candidate. Another football player on this roster. Finally, our queen candidate, Dory Watanabe in ATSC as well as DECA, and is also a varsity cheerleader. In a second, we're going to see the ended up being the winner. 10 boys and 10 girls. No homecoming this year with all the COVID restrictions. And we'll see who's going to win it.
Congratulations to Andrew Lee.
Andrew Lee is your homecoming king winner. A great future ahead for him. Good head on his shoulders. Very great person. Really good family. And next up, our queen.
Congratulations to Elsie McCain.
Elsie McCain, part of band, is our queen candidate here tonight. Great homecoming matchup. The Warriors take down Millard North 44-14. Gonna get out of here tonight. Again, hopefully you guys are able to stick around, watch this great game. Know we had some technical difficulties. We'll be back and better than ever next week as the Warriors take on Norfolk. I'd like to thank everybody here on the part of this staff, as well as everybody coming up this next week. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful night. Once again, my name is Jaden Taylor, along with everybody here on the WCV Live staff. Have a wonderful night.